Hello, welcome back. I had to make this super quick. Tried doing this video in the car, and it wasn't that great. I didn't like what I did, and all I did, it was like part one of introducing the Throttlebots, and then I had another very long video where I revealed some other cards, and then I mentioned how I had only one Throttlebot left to draw. Well, the Throttlebot part one was just 10 minutes or so long, 10-15 minutes long. So I uploaded that one first, and I took it off. If you didn't notice that, you're like probably wondering, well, I had a notification. If you get my notifications, if not, please do a like, share me if you wish to other Transformer TCG guys. If you don't like my other stuff, which I haven't done a whole lot of the other side anyway, as well as, click that notification bell and make sure you like it all, or at least like this stuff. So with that, let's get into the Throttlebots, which finish that thought. Then the other video was 30 minutes long. I forgot what kind of cards I was talking about or revealing. And somewhere in there I mentioned it was just all out of order. And I had to do the other one first because it was shorter. So those are gone. The other one was deleted. I want to make sure. That's right. It was in podcast form. And I was I tried it 3 times, and I had part one of my Throttlebots. And I went over Chase, Freeway, and Goldbug. And I had this back and the images kept wanting to go on the back side of my background. And I was just ready to pull my hair out. And I'm like, well, I'm going to put this out anyway. There's just 1 or 2 things that wasn't showing up. And I put it out, and I'm like, I don't need to do that. Even if I'm a little unprofessional, I didn't like that video. Even though I may not have a whole lot of time to edit videos. So, without further ado, I've gone way too long. I got to get back to work. Chase. Chase is a Throttlebot scout. Since there is no Throttlebot trait, I didn't want to add it or add anything like that. Because I'm just using the MSE. I don't have that kind of know-how. And you're going to notice on the bottom, I just used, it's tiny, Freeway's little picture for the picture of this set, because it's just Throttlebots, just the 6 of them. I may only, again, this may be part 1. And Chase is the Throttlebot Scout in alt mode. It's the real picture of a real Ferrari, the Testarossa. A little squished, so... and I think I even flipped the image. If this is your car, I apologize. It's a car, and he's got the range trait. He's got 2 to attack, 10 health, and 2 to defense with 7 stars. So he's a 7-star character. Pretty standard fare, 2, 10, 2. When you flip to this mode, you may draw a utility from your scrap. Where's it coming from? Your scrap. What are you going to get? A utility. I'm sorry. The Facebook drama is just getting old. I may just do this only and just skip Facebook. I don't know. We flip Chase over to bot mode. His attack goes up to 4. His defense comes down to 1. When one of your Throttlebots with a utility attacks, some of the background move, it gets bold until end of battle, equal to the number of Throttlebots equipped with a utility. And it's kind of similar to an Omnibot. An Omnibot ability that I kind of pulled from and changed slightly for Throttlebots. There's another one that has this, but it's not exactly the same. But this is Chase's. Utilities on other Throttlebots, they got to have that Throttlebot in their function, because that's where you're going to see Throttlebot is in function only, the function name only. And they have utilities. It's going to give Chase bold. You got a utility on Freeway, bold 1. You got a utility on Goldbug and Rollbar, that's bold 2. You got, I mean, the thing is with their, you're not going to be able to play all these guys at the same time. 1, it's 6 characters. 2, I wanted them to be not weak, but I didn't want them to be strong either. Because you're not going to go, oh boy, I won the game with Freeway. It's probably not going to happen. Though I will admit, when I played a solo game, mock game by myself, and had some Throttlebots chase Freeway and Goldbug, or Freeway, Goldbug, and one of the others, against my Metroplex deck, which my Metroplex deck loses a lot anyway, and looks like it'd be a strong deck. Goldbug ended up being the last character on the team, and he finally took out Metroplex, and I'm like, okay. So you just never know what's going to happen. Play the game all the way through. So utilities on other Throttlebots are going to give Chase bold. And if you notice, he's got the car trait as a bot, and you're only going to see this on Throttlebots. I really wanted to do this. Of course, I believe it's Windsweeper that has the plane on both traits. So there's that. And that's kind of what I'm going through here, because if you notice, here's Chase. And yes, he's transformed. He can still roll like a car in bot mode. So I'm following the toy line here, guys. That's why they have their rolling traits in bot mode. So, blast from the past. Yes, I know. I wish I knew where all the eraser guys went. Those were cool. Had a lot of them way back when. I think they got kind of nasty. I threw some out. I sold some. I don't know. The cat. My cat chewed those things up. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Sorry, blast from the past. Having a lot of these today. Freeway, Throttlebot, Saboteur, and Comedian. Car and ranged. There's 6 characters. 2 are ranged, 2 are specialists, 2 are melee. Yes, I only have 5 fingers in a hand, okay? There are 4 fingers in a thumb. Freeway is also, he's an 8-star character, 4 to attack, 11 health, and 1 defense in car mode. In car mode or alt mode, he has Pierce 1. When this flips to this mode, you may scrap an enemy upgrade. If you do 1 damage to an enemy. Now, originally I had it do 1 damage to an enemy and 1 damage to this. I think that's just stupid. Let me take that off. So now it's just, if you scrap an enemy upgrade, do 1 damage to an enemy. Or to the enemy. Dadgummit, I'm brainstorming again here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm wasting my time. I got to get back to work. Yeah, why not? When you flip to this mode, you may scrap an enemy upgrade. If you do 1 damage to the same enemy. There we go. If we flip him to bot mode, again, he's a car and range trait. He's the first one I drew, so he's the best looking one in my opinion. But at that point, I was not looking at the real cars for reference. I hadn't started that yet until I started drawing on Goldbug or Searchlight at that point. So his feet don't look quite right. Don't look like... Oh, he's a Corvette, yeah. Don't quite look like a Corvette. So in bot mode, he's got bold 1. When this attacks, your opponent scraps a card from their hand. Then you draw a card. The Point is, if they don't have a hand, you can't draw a card. So they have to scrap. When he attacks, tap him for attack. Your opponent scraps a card from their hand, then you can draw a card from your own. From your deck. Maybe I should put that on here too. Where do your cards come from? Your deck. Sorry. That sounded really bad. I'm Christian too. So when this attacks, your opponent scraps a card from their hand, then you draw a card. So that's Freeway. And he did make us laugh, didn't he? Anyway, let's finish this up with Goldbug. Goldbug is a 6-star character. He's the lowest star character. He has a car in melee. He's one of the 2 melee characters. He's got 2 to attack, 10 health, the least amount of health, and 2 defense. He does have bold 1. When you flip to this mode, okay, he's the espionage director. Excuse me, the Throttlebot espionage director. If you look at some of the other characters, and I really looked at a lot of WotC or Wizards of the Coast espionage transformer characters, and I started looking at what some of their abilities were. Oh, well, I've got a bunch of duplicates here. I could not find an espionage function on any of these guys. But I did do a little research, and with the espionage characters, it seems like it's all about pip colors. Manipulating, doing something with pip colors. So that's what I did with Goldbug, the espionage director. So when you flip to this mode, choose a pip color. It's not a Mother May I. Then each player KOs a card from their scrap with that color. So if you want to help whittle your deck down, whether you're trying to casually play during escape, have this in with a Springer or something like that, more power to you. But it's to help whittle your deck down in size and maybe get rid of cards of your. If you're able to play in person and really pay attention to what's in their scrap, you could do it that way too. Especially if you see something good that your opponent just played and you're like, whoa, I don't like that. He just flipped a grenade launcher. Flip Goldbug from bot to alt. Call a color and say we both have to scrap an orange pip from our scrap. And then they have to, if that's their only orange, then they have to KO the grenade launcher, and then you have to take an orange pip from your scrap also and put it in the KO as well. In a previous video, I said that completely backwards. If you don't have a KO, there's nothing to scrap. Quote, unquote. I was going a little fast. So if you don't have a scrap, this is a correcting video you haven't seen. If you don't have a scrap, there's nothing to KO. Or if you give a pip color that's not in your scrap, there's nothing to KO. Unless your opponent has that color, then they need to scrap. Then they have to KO it. So there's a little bit of strategy there, especially if you're an all certain type deck and you know, oh, I don't have any green pips. So you scrap a green pip. KO a green pip out of your scrap, and they pull out and go, oh man, I want to use this, and have to KO it. Stuff like that, so he's a pretty sneaky little character here. In bot mode, he still has the car trait, and he's melee with 3 to attack, 10 health, and 2 defense. So his attack goes up by 1, but he's still just a 6-star character. But he does have focus 1. Now his abilities are a little strong, but his stats are kind of low. He's not going to last that long. When this battles attack and defense, choose a pip color again. Both players scrap a card that were flipped for battle with that color before damage is totaled. Okay, but Rellenheimer, you said when this battles. That's at the start of before you flip. Exactly. There's a process here. And I think this does it fairly well and spells it out like it should be. When this battles, choose a pip color. Okay, blue. I'm attacking. You flip, they flip. If you flip the blue, you scrap it. If they flip the blue, they have to pick one and scrap it. If they have a double blue, and that's their only blue, they have to scrap it. And then you total your damage. Okay? That's how that works. So I feel like I'm getting energy vibes in here today. I'm the only one here, and my son just got picked up. And anyway, when I walked in the house, I got some really weird vibes in here. Maybe I've been watching too much of the Paranormal Files with Colin and his dad lately. I don't know. So that is Goldbug, the espionage director. So he's got a lot going with him, going a lot for him. You're going to notice I haven't. These guys are just all common. Maybe I should change them up a little bit, but for now they're just all common characters. We're going to call it quits there. This will be into part 1, and then part 2 I'll do roll bar, searchlight, and wide load. I've already revealed these guys on Facebook, but they may have been a little unfinished. I've already altered Freeway. I thought I put the correct Freeway out there on Facebook. I was wrong. And I also did a little altering I had to fix wide load, which I did put his correction out there. And then I had to do a little bit something. I might change searchlight also. I don't know. It seems kind of like a stupid ability. But we'll see. We'll see. That's all I got right now because I got to get back to work. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along. And if you enjoy this content, give us a like, make a comment, make sure the algorithm is doing what it's supposed to be doing. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. And as always, flip out and let's roll for it. Keeping the game alive.